You know, there's always that one last thing you forget to do before you plan to do stuff, or when, say, like you're going on just a regular day or regular trip. I forgot to plug in my earphones, my headphones, to know what was playing. So, sorry about that. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on this gorgeous, just gorgeous May 8th, May 9th. I gotta know what day it is, too, so I guess I forgot that, too. Well, actually, I'm shooting this on the 8th, and it'll be May 9th whenever this goes out on TV. So it's one or the other. But happy Friday for you. It's a big day. We're going to talk about it's our Take the Points show today, and it's just me by my lonesome here. The boys couldn't make it. I had poor old Lucas is dealing with a strep throat epidemic running through his family, and taking kids and his wife and everybody, girlfriend, wife, whatever, everybody to the doctor, and he's handling that today. And Weeze, I don't know where Weeze is, but you'd think Lucas would want to be here to take a victory lap for the Kentucky Derby. We'll get to that in just a few minutes. I do appreciate y'all tuning in today, as this is a beautiful Friday. Let's tell you a little bit about some events going on in and around your community today. Over in Iuka, my good friend Waylon Kleiboker, he sent me some information. They're having a great big Iowa community-wide rummage sale today. And then next Saturday, the rummage sale is today and tomorrow. It'll it's around the park. There'll be sales around the park, as well as a list of additional addresses at the park. It starts at 8 o'clock this morning, so it's already gotten going. It's today and tomorrow. Now, next week over there, they're having, I think, the big park sale that they have, where consignment, the big consignment sale, wherever they folks will sell stuff, and the money goes to the Iuka Park. That's a nice deal. Waylon and Ray and the bunch do that, and they do it every year. They take care of that park, do a great job at the Iowa Community Park. What else going on here on Friday? Up at Effingham, up in the Effingham Performance Center tonight, the Justin Willman Illusionati Tour is taking place up there tonight. His tour is an interactive evening of magic, comedy, and mind control for the whole family. Prepare to join a secret society of wonder, where only the conspiracy theories are about how the heck he does these things. Justin Willman wants to melt your brain. I really don't need mine melted much more, while making you laugh. He's best known as the star and creator of the hit Netflix series Magic for Humans and the Magic Prank Show with Justin Williams. But you may also recognize him from several different television or television appearances: Tonight Show, Today Show, Kelly Clarkson, Conan. He's made all the hits. Again, he actually started out as a child in St. Louis, so this will be a fun one to watch. What's going on Saturday? Well, in addition to the Iuka community rummage sale going on, how about up here at Clay County Saturday? The Saturday marks the 12th anniversary of the National Association of Letter Carriers Stamp Out Hunger Food Drive. James Beeson and the gang will be picking up food on your porches all day Saturday. So leave your donation of non-perishable food in a bag near your mailbox on Saturday. The mail carriers will be around, and your letter carrier will do the rest. Participation is, of course, voluntary. They're going to bring you the mail either way. But why not help out some of the younger folks, or not the younger folks, but folks who are a little bit less fortunate. So there you go. We had talked to Claire Vaughn on here a few times about the Wine and Arts Festival. It is Saturday from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. in Fairfield. That's going to be out there at the Fairfield, the Floral Hall at the Wayne County Fairgrounds. The Fairfield Rotary Club hosting the 2025 Wine and Arts Festival on Saturday, May 10th. Like I said, the day will feature wine tasting, art, live music, food, and craft vendors. Tickets are available $15 in advance, $20 at the gate. Kids 12 and under are free, so you can bring your kids to this event. I doubt they'll let them taste any wine, but there's all kinds of food. And I'm pretty sure I am sure, at 11:30 is when our good friend Dennis Stromat plays. So he's going from 11:30 to 1:30, and then it'll be our better friend, both good friends, Marty Vaughn playing after that. So get there by 11:30, watch Dennis Stromat's show, and stick around for Marty Vaughn's show after that. And I think there's 2 or 3 others playing after that as well. So big time in Fairfield. The class of 2026. I guess that'd be next year's seniors. Boy, time flies. The class of 2026 at Fairfield is hosting a drive-in movie fundraiser Saturday night. It'll be at the Fairfield Community High School there on West King Street down in the back. It'll be at the FCHS Pavilion in the gravel lot. So that's right next to where the concession stand is for the football games. The lot will open at 7 p.m. The movie will start at 8. They're asking $10 per vehicle. You bring your own lawn chairs in case you have to park maybe in the overflow lot in case you can't see the movie from your car. Don't bring coolers. They'll have stuff there to sell, including dollar popcorn, sodas, water, plus the yard game. They'll have all kinds of yard games going on before the movies. Limited edition mule merchandise will be available for purchase. This is a good idea. I haven't heard classes trying to sell movie fundraiser, drive-in movie fundraiser. I like that idea. That's a good way to make friends, and if somebody make a donation, make them get something in return. That's cool. Edwards County Heritage Preservation Society Car and Tractor Show will be taking place Saturday. That'll be on the west side of the Albion Square from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. The Edwards County Heritage Preservation Society Car and Tractor Show registration from 9 to noon. Food and music will be there, plus a 50-50 drawing. Entry fee is $20. Numerous classes. Top 50 will include 1900 to 1999, and then they'll have the top 10 from 2000 to the present. So they're splitting up the antiques from the newer vehicles, although 2000 is now an antique. It's 2025, so 2000 was 25 years ago. Can you believe that? You can get an antique car plate for a 2000 vehicle. Again, how time flies. Just unbelievable. Also, top 10 motorcycles, tractors, and lawnmowers. Kid you not. What else is going on Saturday from 9 to 11:30 p.m. over in Womack on James Street? It's going to be the Womack Food Pantry. You'll come in and shop, bring your own box or bag, limit 1 per household. And you must verify your address as being in Womack with your ID, unless you already have, and utility bill if the address is not current on your ID. See, they'll have all kinds of stuff on their Facebook page if you want more information on that. How about a concert on Saturday morning? That'll be fun. The Centralia Philharmonic Orchestra, Coffee and Donuts concert. This is going to be at the Community Arts Center there on 1250 Rexford in Centralia. Join conductor Matthew Webster and the orchestra for a morning of music saluting spring and moms. Aw, it's Mother's Day weekend. Have I gotten my mom anything yet? I might want to think about that. So this will be saluting spring and moms. Includes complimentary refreshments for all and a carnation for moms. How about that? View their annual CHS senior art exhibit as well. They will have that there. You can look at that before if you get there early. Look at it after the show if you get there late. So take your pick on when you want to be there. This next one is a wonderful one, and you're going to want to keep an eye out for this because they're going to be walking down Route 45. Walk to raise public awareness to veterans suicide. Did you know that there are 6,000 service members commit suicide each year? I had no idea. 17 to 22 veterans commit suicide each day, and that's more than 6,000 annually. So this is a walk to make folks aware of that. Join us on May 10th, 25 as we walk together to bring attention to this crisis. It certainly is. It'll go to the Louisville American Legion. They're sponsoring the walk to raise public awareness to veteran suicide. It starts at 8 a.m. on May 10th and will span approximately 8 miles. Good walk. That's a good way to spend a couple of hours, as the route will start at the Clay County World War II Veterans Memorial directly across the road from the Flora VFW. And it's going to go from there up to proceeding Route 45 north and concluding at the Clay County Veterans Memorial, the Veterans Monument at the courthouse. Lunch will be provided by the Louisville American Legion. Everyone is invited to attend, and transportation will be provided from Louisville back to Flora. So you'll park there at Flora, walk up to Louisville, catch a ride back to Flora. What a wonderful way to make folks aware of it. That's a big problem. I had no idea myself. Donations will be accepted to the Be the One to Prevent Suicide, Raise Awareness Suicide Hotline 988. And I ask a local business, family, and friends to sponsor you if you like. Or if you can't participate, sponsor someone to walk for you. Get a ghost team. That's all right. Nothing wrong with that. All donations, again, go to Support the American Legion, Be the One program. If you want more information, go to illegion.org, illegion.org, and it'll have information how to find it. So don't let another mother celebrate Mother's Day without their veteran child. What else going on Mother's Day weekend on Saturday? At the Mother's Day Market. They're hosting a Mother's Day Market in Effingham on Saturday. Come spend the day in beautiful downtown Effingham with your family. Create fun making takes for mom and grandma, and enjoy special promos and shop in their local CEO student throughout the Shop our local CEO student throughout the downtown. I don't know exactly what that means, but I wrote and said exactly how it says. All right. Then you could finish the day off on Saturday at the EPC at the Effingham Performance Center. Jeremy Camp performing there. As between 2002 and last year, he's released 12 albums. The gospel singer, certified as gold. He sold over 6 million albums with 43 number one singles in all formats. His music has earned him numerous awards and nominations across the Christian and secular music industries, including 5 Dove Awards, a Grammy nomination, 3 American Music Awards, and 4 ASCAP Songwriter Awards. He was named Billboard's number 2 Christian Artist of the Decade as well. Outside of music, he had an international theatrical movie release in 2020 of I Still Believe, which hit number 1 on the box office weekend. So the film depicted his life story of love and loss, and his love and loss of his first wife after a battle with cancer. Guy's got a story to tell. You can tell, and that'll be good. And that'll be at 7 o'clock on Saturday night in Effingham. What else going on today? Ladies and gentlemen, this is also National Military Spouse Appreciation Day. Every year on the Friday before Mother's Day, National Military Spouse Appreciation Day recognizes the significant contributions, support, and sacrifices made by the spouses of the men and women in the armed forces. This day is also sometimes referred to as Military Spouse Day, as it hits home in my family. My sister-in-law has she's been married for 25 years now to a retired Air Force technical sergeant, the Edgingtons. And boy, I tell you what, he was deployed numerous times, and she had to keep the house going. They had dogs, cats, and all kinds of stuff. And she was able to do that in Alaska, in England, in Germany. Just a wonderful day to honor the military spouses. They really have their hands full. There are 1,388,000 active duty personnel in the U.S. military forces. I don't know how old this sheet is. And 690,000 of them, over half, right near half, have spouses. So that means 700 spouses there that give them a hand, help them out somehow. Give them a healthy how do you do, and say I appreciate what all you folks are doing. It's a what else did that thing say? 53% are 30 years old or younger. Wow, that's a young crew. And 93% are women. So I guess that kind of gives you an idea of what percentage of the military is men. Who started this? By golly, President Ronald Reagan declared the first Military Spouse Day on May 23rd, 1984. He recognized the profound importance of spousal commitment and to the readiness and well-being of military members. Caspar Weinberger. Have not heard that name in decades. Caspar Weinberger, U.S. Secretary of Defense, standardized the date by declaring the Friday preceding Mother's Day as Military Spouse Day. And each year, the United States president regularly commemorates the day with a formal speech and proclamation. Nice. Well, we can look forward to that tomorrow from President Trump. What else is going on today? This is I guess we'll look forward to that later today from President Trump. National Butterscotch Brownie Day on May 9th each year recognizes the delicious treat, butterscotch brownies, also known as blondies or brookies. Debuted before chocolate brownies. They were butterscotch brownies before chocolate? You got to be kidding me. Recipes for non-chocolate brownies or bar cookies, which are more akin to what we know as blondies or butterscotch brownies, appeared before recipes for chocolate brownies. Some sources suggest they date back to the late 19th century. One of the earliest published brownie recipes appeared in Fannie Farmer's Boston Cooking School Cookbook in 1896. It didn't contain chocolate and used molasses as the sweetener. These would have resulted in a flavor closer to a blondie. That looks like a mix right there. It looks like it's got chocolate chips, but maybe chocolate chips and butterscotch would actually that sounds pretty good. Butterscotch brownies taste delicious with maybe a dollop of ice cream on top. They make terrific trifles when cut up into chunks and layered with puddings and mousse or whipped cream. Make them for bake sales or tasty little gifts. There you go. What else is going on today? Ladies and gentlemen, this is after you've eaten the brownies, may as well clean that palate. National Moscato Day. Raise your glass on May 9th and toast National Moscato Day. Moscato, or Muscat in Italian, is one of the oldest known varieties of grape grown in the world. So here's a toast to one of the most loved wines across the world. One of the oldest known grapes, with varieties dating back to ancient Greece. It was likely called Anthelicon Moschaton in the Greek. Although the grape has ancient Greek ties, it's strongly tied to Italy. specifically northwestern Italy. And looks like you can get Moscato in both white and red. Ranges in color from white to almost black. Its flavor varies differently as well, from sweet to dry. Winemakers use the versatile grape to make everything from sparkling and dessert wines to dry and floral wines. This came about in 2012. Who do you think started the Moscato Day? Well, of course, it would be the Gallo Vineyards, the Gallo family vineyards. It's going to be somebody like that. What do you want to see on TV tonight? Good question, a good set of stuff. High school baseball this afternoon. Edwards County will be at South Central. We will be there. Wabash Catch TV, channel 100. It's at 4:30 p.m., barring more rain. Hopefully there's no more rain for a while. In Major League Baseball, the Cardinals are on Apple TV. I am so sorry to tell you. Washington Nationals versus the Cardinals. Eric Fetty versus Mitchell Parker. You don't want to see Eric Fetty pitch anyway. 6:10, it's Miami at the Chicago White Sox. Max Meyer versus Bryce Wilson. That's on CSN, channel 353. And the Cubs will be at the Mets. Jameson Taillon versus Clay Holmes. I was wondering, do you think, well, I'll get to it in a few minutes. We'll talk about it. We got baseball coming up. NBA basketball tonight. The Cavs and the Pacers. Pacers lead the Cavs 2-0, and they are still way behind. We'll talk about that too. Way behind in the betting. That's at 6:30 on ESPN channel 360, followed by the Oklahoma City Thunder versus Denver. That's 1-1. And on the NHL tonight on TNT, doubleheader there as well. Toronto's at Florida. Leafs are up 2-0. That's cool. And the Stars at the Jets. Stars lead the Jets 1-0. Jets beat the Blues. Oh, that was tough. That was tough to watch. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Back in just a sec. We're going to talk high school baseball right now.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hello, folks. Bruce Dickey here with Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you also for tuning into Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. You can find it here daily at 9 a.m. and at 1 p.m. Talk about all kinds of different subjects. People, interesting folks in the community, community events coming up, just all kinds of stuff that will matter to you. Appreciate you tuning in. Thanks a lot. Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
My grandfather, Carol Rush, opened Rush Appliance in October of 1949. This is Sean Rush, and I am driven by the same determination and commitment to quality that set us on the road to success. A lot has changed in the appliance industry since 1949, but at Rush Appliance, we're doing everything we can to remain trusted, strong, and competitive. We are extremely proud of our roots, and we look forward to providing you with quality and service at Rush Appliance and Furniture Company in downtown Fairfield.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. I didn't print out the schedule for next week, but let me go ahead and tell you where we will be next week before we get into the postseason. I do have some postseason stuff to tell you about, I'm going to have to check one of these because there may be a change. On Monday, we have two games scheduled for you in baseball. We'll be at Waltonville at Salem on Monday, as well as Christ Our Rock Lutheran at North Clay. Waltonville, one of the best teams in Class 1A, traveling up to take on the Salem Wildcats. That'll be fun. Christ Our Rock Lutheran versus North Clay. That'll be a good time. That's also a couple of good teams. North Clay, well, we'll get to that in a sec. On Tuesday, Benton at Teutopolis. Benton, always a top team in Southern Illinois, playing T-Town. T-Town gets we'll talk about that in a second as well. On Wednesday, this is the one I'm worried may have changed due to rainouts. Centralia is supposed to be playing Fairfield, but I'm going to have to check on that, and we may have may sub in somebody for Centralia that day. On Thursday, it is South Central at Dietrich. We'll be up there. And then on Friday, Breeze Central at North Clay. That is a matchup to end the season because Breeze Central, one of the top 15 teams in Class 2A, playing the Cardinals, and also Flora at Salem. I'll be over there at Salem for that. Tried to be at Salem on Thursday night. I haven't done a game from Salem this year. Had them on Wednesday night in South Central. They knocked off the Cougars. That was fun probably more fun for Salem than it was for South Central, but it's that time of year. That's the end of the season, end of the regular season for everybody at Salem. They have a game or two the next week, but we're not be able to cover that because the postseason's coming up. Here's what Class 1A looks like to the teams that we cover around here. Dietrich Regional will host Dietrich hosts Kansas on game 1 on a Monday afternoon. And this will be a week from Monday, May 19th. The winner of that game will play Edwards County at Dietrich at 4 o'clock, following by Altamont versus the winner there of Martinsville KZ Westfield. Regional championship will be at 10 a.m. on Saturday. Taking a look a little bit down from that, the one we're probably more likely to cover because we have more teams in it will be the South Central Regional. Brownstown at Sisney, we'll probably cover that one, and then probably give you a double head. None of this is set in stone. So we're still trying to make the decisions of what we're going to cover and what we're not. But we'll probably cover that doubleheader on Wednesday night as North Clay and South Central both playing that night. And then with that, you just kind of have to. It's difficult. It's a holiday weekend. We'll see what we can do. See if we can get enough staff to cover that Saturday, May 24th. That's Class 1A who we're covering. Here's Class 2A. What the ones that will be around us. You see, you've got Fairfield at Mount Carmel. Fairfield hosting their regional, may not even get to play at home because they're on the road at Mount Carmel. It might be tough to get back. And the winner of that game plays Johnston City. And then Hamilton County versus Carmine White County. The Black Diamond Conference, not really that terrifically highly rated this year. I don't think any of them except for Edwards County even got a top 4 seed. Johnston City versus winner of that Mount Carmel game. Harrisburg's a good team. That'll be a fun one to watch on Wednesday night. We also have teams playing over there at the Newton Regional. Vandalia will be at Flora on Monday afternoon at 4:30. May cover that one. We haven't determined it yet, as I said. And then T-Town plays the winner of that Flora game. That'll be in Newton. We're not set up there. And then Newton will play the winner of Oblong and Robinson. So that kind of gives you an idea of next week, or the week after next, the week of the 19th, which leads us into the sectional. We do have a team hosting a sectional, and this should be a loaded sectional up there at T-Town. The Teutopolis sectional, Breeze Central winner versus the winner of the Newton Regional. If it goes according to seed, that would be Teutopolis playing in that game 1. The other regional, the winner of the Paris Regional versus the winner of the Roxana Regional. if that goes according to Hoyle, it would be the St. Anthony Bulldogs in that one. So we'll keep an eye on all of that. Again, all this subject to change depending on who goes where. But that T-Town sectional could be terrifically loaded. Why do I say that? Here's the rankings in Class 1A, or pardon me, Class 2A. And you've got T-Town and St. Anthony both in the top 7. You've got Breeze Central in the at number 13, and that would be 3 of the top 13 feeding in to a 1 out of 8 sectionals. You've got 2 of the top 8 teams in the state feeding into that sectional. So potentially and the championship would be Saturday. What is that? Saturday the 31st would be the championship game of that. So a loaded sectional complex in Class 2A headed to Louisville, or headed to Teutopolis. That ought to be some fun. Let's look at one other thing before we head to commercial. How'd you do on Saturday? How'd the Kentucky Derby treat you? I got to tell you, I thought it was a lot of fun. What a race. Here's what our bets did. Weeze won with journalism. He won 12.35 as he bet what journalism win and place. That's the only green on Weeze's page. I lost my bets that I put here. Flying Monarch and East Avenue. I changed my mind before I actually placed my bets, and I had journalism across the board for $5 across the board, and ended up winning $25. So in reality, I won money, but not on the show bets. Jamie, I don't know if he didn't win in reality either. He didn't win in reality or show bets. Lucas had a nice day, though. How about the Lucas Vaughners of the Thunder Ducks? A $55 day on $20 bet. So there you go, folks. It was a fun derby. How about it was a muddy derby. Look how dark it is. This was usually the sun's still shining about 6 o'clock. That's Sovereignty taking the win. The number 18 horse, the 8 horse is Journalism getting second place. Sovereignty ran him down at the end, and over there is Baeza, who was a late throw in. So Baeza, everybody thought should have been in the Derby anyway. He was able to get in. Whenever we did our bets last week, we didn't have him in the. It was before he got there was a scratch and Baeza got in. But Sovereignty, great horse race, won late. Chooses not to race in the Preakness. That was kind of off-putting, but. Preakness, it will be next Saturday. That's going to be fun anyway. They'll have a good time in Maryland. Probably cuts the TV down in half, but it's TV. Who cares how many people watch it? As long as they put it on, I'll watch. You ain't going to cut me out. I'm watching that. I'll be watching the Preakness. No problem. That'll be a lot of fun. Let's come back, talk a little bit about baseball. Haven't looked at Major League Baseball yet this year. Let's do that when we return. Let's rectify that issue. Back in a second.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mudhole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local Hankook tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Hello, I'm Beth Cooper.
And I am Stacey Earlywine, and together we host By the Way with Beth and Stacey.
It airs Monday through Friday on Wabash Channel 100 at 11 a.m. and again at 3 p.m.
We love to follow Clay County history, and we've been venturing out too in other counties. We absolutely love history.
You can also find us on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is By the Way with Beth and Stacey, or like and follow us on Facebook.
Pretty good music there, Beth and Stacey out there jamming, having a good time. Major League Baseball. Let's talk a little Major League Baseball. Have some fun. How's your team doing? Are you a Cubs fan? If you're a Cubs fan, you're having a ball. Cubs are playing great. Plus, you got a new pope. Actually, I doubt he's a Cubs fan. He's probably more likely a White Sox fan, because he's from the 125th Street area. He's a Southsider in Chicago. Southsiders normally White Sox fans, but it varies. And I have heard nothing. But I got to tell you, when they named the new pope on Thursday, when they named the new pope and said he was from Chicago, the first American pope, I thought, wow, I bet he's a Cubs fan. Doggone it. But then I looked and saw where he was actually from, and I figured, oh, he's a Sox fan, so I don't care about that so much. He may not be either one, I bet. Who knows? He's got to change his hat for a great big white hat now. That's pretty cool. How's baseball going? Well, we're talking about the White Sox. They are down there at 10-27. He's having a better day. The Pope's having a better Thursday than the White Sox are having a season. They are on pace for about the same finish as last year. Maybe win a couple more games than they did last year, but you just never know. They are 10-27. The Yankees a couple of games ahead of the Red Sox. Red Sox are just 500, so Yankees are really no great shakes all that much ahead of them. It's the Tigers that are really surprising people how well they are playing. 10 games over 500, and we're about 25 to 30 games into the season now. It's beginning, and Memorial Day is usually the time that folks say they begin to look seriously at the standings. But if I'm a Tigers fan, I'm enjoying being 10 games over 500, because Cleveland's a good team. And the Royals are good too. That's a sneaky. The Central of the American League is a sneaky good division. It's better than people thought it was going to be, as they're off to a good start. And then you look down there at the West. The Mariners 8 games above 500. Mariners may run away with the West. That's a good team. They're 31 game. Look at that run differential of 31, while the Athletics have a negative run differential, even though they're 2 games over 500, minus 24 for the A's. So Mariners, I wouldn't be surprised if they run away. The Astros are just beat up right now. It's a little early to tell what's going on in the American League, which makes sense when you look at what's the American League. Everybody's still betting on the Yankees, but the Tigers now 6-1 to win the American League. This might be the time to think about. It's not. It'll probably, as the Tigers get better as the season goes on. They've got good pitching and they've got good hitting. That might be a good time to think about beginning to explore the Tigers. How about the National League? Mets are playing well, 10 games over 500. The Phillies are playing well, and the Braves are under 500. That's what's been surprising folks in the early going. But the Braves, there's still a lot of time left in the season. Braves are 36 games into a 162-game schedule, so they've got 126 games to go. Then you see down there in the Central, Look at that. 3 teams at 500, and the Cubs 3 games ahead of all of them. The Cardinals had to win 5 in a row to get back to 500 before I put this up here. They'll be on a trip, like I said, to Washington starting tomorrow. Washington at 17-21. Cardinals can pick up some wins maybe and get an opportunity to dig into that Cubs lead. The Cardinals they have a run differential in the positives, green numbers. That's what you're looking for. The Reds just had a couple of injuries that might hurt them a bit over the course of the season, and the Brewers also hanging around. The Cubs, though, good start for the Cubs, especially considering. Tell you what, the Cubs have played a schedule that has been tough. They've played San Diego already 6-7 games. They've played the Dodgers 7 or 8 games. They have played a tough schedule already starting out. So if I'm a Cubs fan, I'm feeling pretty good about where I am right now. And then you look down there at the West. The Giants led the West for about a sniff and half another sniff as the Dodgers have caught back up 13 games over 500. Padres 10 games. The Giants 10 games, all of them with huge run differentials. All of them are scoring runs. Diamondbacks are over 500. Look at those poor Colorado Rockies. That's the story there. The Rockies may be dead by July. They may be dead now. Who's kidding who? Look at that. They're playing in that very difficult division, and they've got about 171% winning percentage. Plus, that doesn't really matter much when you look at the run differential. That's 3 runs a game, 3 to 4 runs. Let's see, 23 game losses. Ugh, that is a ugly. Well, 3 runs a game. 35, yeah, that's pretty ugly. That is, which brings us to the National League. Who's going to win the pennant? I can't believe the Rockies are only 20. That just must be the level. As Cardinals are 75-1 to win the National League. If you like the Cardinals playing well, if you like them playing well, think about that. The Dodgers now plus money. That's a change. The Dodgers haven't been plus money to win the National League. So if you think the Dodgers are going to do it, that might be time to jump. Phillies and Mets are both up there, and then the Padres. I'm surprised that the Padres are 11-1. That seems a little high to me, but they are playing the Dodgers, so you figure that they figure that the Dodgers will win that division, so they'll have to go through an extra round in the playoffs. How about the World Series? Dodgers is plus money here, but the Yankees are too close for this. People like betting on the Yankees, and that may be the case here as well. But boy, oh boy, the Yankees are way too close up to that. You have the Mets in the top 3, then the Braves for some reason getting all kinds of respect there. The Tigers at 17-1. I gave you Florida in basketball 2 months before they won it. I gave you Florida at 20-1. Of course, I didn't bet it myself. I should have. But I gave you Florida. You might think about the Tigers. Tigers are good. Tigers are a good team. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back. How about some hockey? When's the last time you watched hockey? It's great. The playoffs are incredible. We'll talk about hockey when we come back. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Back in a sec.
When Justin, a local volunteer firefighter, needs one of the department's trucks serviced, he calls Cam, whose repair company keeps everything rolling. In turn, Justin helps keep Cam and all of the community safe. Together, they support each other. And Wayne White Electric Cooperative supports them and every member with safe and reliable power. It's why REMCs exist. And together, it all works.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Hey folks, welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have you been watching the hockey? If you haven't, I got to tell you, you have missed out on a lot of excitement. I'll just go ahead and show you the bracket and tell you about a little bit of it. You see the 2 7-game series, Dallas and St. Louis. Dallas winning theirs, St. Louis losing theirs to Winnipeg, up at Winnipeg. Dallas won theirs at home. Winnipeg won theirs at home as well. Did you know? Now, I didn't talk about it last week because I just didn't realize it. Going into Saturday night, there had been 198 Game 7s in the NHL history. 198 series had gone to Game 7. The record of a team with a multiple goal lead in the third period was 195-3. On Saturday night, the Dallas Stars beat the Colorado Avalanche. As you see there, they beat Colorado, and they beat the Tar Up, and they scored 4 goals. They were behind 3-1 going into the fourth period, and they scored goal after goal after goal after goal. Mikola Rantanen had a hat trick. So you're watching this Saturday night and you're saying, wow, this is incredible. So that marked the 4th time in 199 Game 7s that a team with a multiple goal deficit had come back to win the game. So it's not going to happen twice in the same weekend, is it? The Blues are ahead 2 goals in the third period. St. Louis is ahead 2 goals with 3 minutes to go. I'm sitting there watching this. That's when they pull. My wife watched the hockey game. You know how many hockey games she's watched on television over the course of our marriage? I'm thinking 3 or 4 tops. She would have watched some of them during the Stanley Cup run, but this was the first hockey game she'd watched on television in years. And she sat there and watched that whole thing with me, and until it went to overtime. She didn't watch the overtime. She wasn't going to do that. But yeah, so the Blues had a 3-1 lead, a 3-1 lead with 16 minutes to go. And then with 3 minutes to go. So the Jets pull their goalie. And if you haven't been paying attention, the Blues 6-on-5 has been rough on the Blues, both offensively and defensively. It seems like when the Blues have a 6-5 advantage, they've had a heck of a time not being able to score. Seems when they've been playing defense 5-on-6, they've been giving up goals. Guess what happened? They gave up a goal with 1:56 to go, and they gave up a goal with less than 2 seconds to go. They changed it back to 3, but doesn't matter. So they were tied going into overtime. And if you've given up those goals, you're going to be kind of knocked out. And they played a great first period, a solid first overtime period. Didn't show a ton of offense, and then they got beat about 5 or 6 minutes into the second overtime period. Hockey's the best. Best playoff sport you'll see. Football's okay. Baseball can be dramatic occasionally. But hockey it's just action all the time. It's fun to watch. So, yeah, there you go. Right now, Dallas leads Winnipeg 1-0 in the second round. Edmonton leads 1-0. Toronto leads 2-0. Toronto, the top seed on the right side on the Eastern Conference. And the Carolina Hurricane lead Washington 1-0 as Washington is the home team there. So they won the game. Again, I'm showing you this from Thursday. The interesting thing about it, the betting really hasn't changed all that much. The Hurricanes to win the Stanley Cup are at plus money, $375 for the Hurricanes to win the Stanley Cup. I'm really surprised that the Hurricanes are the top team, even though they are ahead of the Caps 1-0. I guess nobody's giving the Stars. Well, the Stars are the same at $375. I think the Stars probably look pretty good. The Oilers didn't look all that good against Vegas, but they won the game. Oilers beat Vegas in Game 1. We'll find out more on Thursday night. And then you have the Knights and the Jets and the Capitals. Capitals down, 2 games? Capitals down 2 games. No, Florida's down 2 games. The reason Florida is still getting that kind of respect, 9-1, they're the champs. They're last year's champs. How about the Eastern Conference? Carolina, the team there. Toronto with a 2-0 lead. I like Toronto, but 175 it may not be, maybe not enough. And then you have the Dallas Stars, the Western Conference favorite over the Edmonton Oilers. Winnipeg only at plus 750 because, they've lost the first game there. I think if Winnipeg wins Game 2, that'll change a little bit more. They're playing at home on Friday night, so that'll be good to watch. The hockey's great, folks. I can't tell you enough how much you need to be watching the hockey. It is such a good time. Let's take a quick break. You like basketball? That's in the meat of the playoffs there, too. We're going to come back, talk a little NBA basketball right after these words. Do please stick around.
Fashion is our passion at Carnaby Square. We specialize in customer service and have since 1980. Our multi-generational boutique features your favorite on-trend to classic famous maker fashions, footwear, accessories, and a massive inventory of Brighton. So come, relax, explore, and elevate your look with us. Everyone is welcome, where we always wrap it, tag it, and bag it for free at Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Now you know how I'm always telling you in the when it comes to the NBA playoffs, the favorites win, right? I keep telling you the favorites win all the time. Imagine my surprise then, and I wasn't betting any games, so it didn't matter, but imagine my surprise when the first 6 games of the NBA playoffs were won by the road team, or the NBA second round were won by the road team. Here's what that's the big playoff picture. I was wondering if that was easier to read than this one. That's not that bad. The Thunder's win on Wednesday night over the Nuggets was the first top-seeded team to win. The Cavaliers trail the Pacers 2 games to none. The Knicks have come back from behind by 20 points in both their first 2 games against the Celtics. And you have the Timberwolves and the Warriors. The Warriors knocked off the Timberwolves in game 1 in a tight one, with the winner there to get to face the winner of the Thunder and Nuggets. So it makes you wonder, that first win by the Nuggets over the Thunder, did that mean anything to the Thunder? Yeah, I believe it did. Thunder came back and broke the NBA playoff record for the most points scored in the first quarter, the most points scored in the half, and I think the most points scored in the fourth quarter or something like that. It was they defeated the Nuggets in game 2. 149-90 or something. That might have been the largest margin in a playoff game. So the the Thunder defeating the Nuggets for the first time in this season that a favored team has won. And here's what the NBA championship looks like. The numbers. You know why the Thunder is plus 110? Because everybody else on the West is seeded either 4, 6, or 7. The Timberwolves at 10-1. I like how the Timberwolves play, but boy, oh boy, they have their hands full with the Warriors. Even the Timberwolves are the 6. They got their hands full with the Warriors. Warriors are going to be without Stephon Curry for probably a week anyway. He may be back for the end of that series if they can get it that far. But that's something to pay attention to. Taking a look elsewhere, or taking a look at the Eastern Conference, Celtics, even though they're down 2 to the Knicks, are still the favorite to win the conference. The Cavaliers, with the year they had, the number 1 seed, well, they're down 2 to none, and 2-0, 2 games to none to the Pacers. They're still favored to beat the Pacers as they're going to Indianapolis. You might think of the Pacers here because Celtics have not played well. Celtics aren't shooting well. You might think of the Pacers. The Knicks at 275. I don't think I'd do that. But Pacers at 350. They've got a 2-game lead on Cleveland, and with the Pacers a 2-game lead, the Knicks a 2-game lead. I really am surprised that Boston hasn't taken more of a hit in the numbers. How about the West? Taking a look out west, Thunder still minus 200 to win that conference, and with the way they played against the Nuggets the other night, I'd hate to even think about having to play those guys. They are on fire right now. The Timberwolves, they're going to knock off the Warriors, but then they're going to face a Thunder team that is tremendous. It's going to be fun. Look at the wrong one. It's going to be fun. I hope you're as excited as I am. I've watched more NBA in the past 2 weeks than I have in years. You know why? It's been raining. I haven't had a chance to do baseball games. Rain, rain, rain. Let's move some of that rain out of here, baby. Let's get some crops planted. It's time. Let's have the rain just stay away for a few days. Appreciate y'all tuning in to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on this gorgeous Friday. Have a wonderful weekend. Happy Mother's Day, all of you. We'll see you later.